What's going on, guys? This is Snoop603 and Fake Thriller, and welcome to another episode of our Battlefield 3 weapon reviews. Today, we're looking at the P90. This gun is available for all classes and is unlocked after reaching level 40 or earning 1,280,000 overall points.
A little bit of weapon info on the P90 for you guys. The nation of origin is Belgium. The magazine capacity is 50 rounds plus one in the chamber. The fire rate is 900 rounds per minute. The fire type is full auto and semi-auto. The reload time is 2.5 seconds with a bullet chambered and 2.9 seconds when the magazine is completely dry. And the P90 does 20 hit points of damage per bullet at 12 meters.
And then it trails down to 11.2 hit points of damage per bullet with a maximum of 45 meters. The P90 is without a doubt my favorite PDW in Battlefield 3. My love for this gun actually goes even beyond this game, but it's one of my favorite guns period in any game that I can find it in. The P90 is a close quarters wrecking machine. With a very high rate of fire, large magazine capacity, and quick reload times, this is probably one of the best close quarter guns in the game. Beyond that though, this gun really lacks in the long range threat, due to its 11.2 damage per bullet up to 50 meters. That means that at long range, you need to hit someone 9 times to get a kill, which is really excessive. If you're running with a suppressor, it just makes it that much worse for long range. I look at the P90 pretty much the same as the PDWR. To me, it feels like a great weapon and I can wreck with it, but just because I can do great with this gun does not make it a 5-star weapon. Throw any RDS sight, the laser sight, and the suppressor, and you'll have a blast with this gun in close quarters combat, which is my ideal playstyle. But beyond that, you're probably better off using a pistol. I'm going to give the P90 a 3 out of 5. While it is a near unbeatable weapon in close quarters engagements, it's just too limited in the medium to long range to be used on most maps, or really any other game type other than Team Deathmatch.
The P90 has a huge magazine and a wicked fast fire rate. These two things usually add up to the perfect weapon, but for me, the P90 is not a good choice. I found the damage output to be a little too low for my playstyle, and when I use the P90, I'm an assist machine. I pull out way more suppression and kill assists than I do actual kills because I'm not close enough to do real damage. The P90 plays very well into a run and gun playstyle, and I simply don't do that. I found on even simple, semi-close quarters engagements that the P90 really gets away from me on full auto. It's not that it has high recoil, it's just that I have a hard time adjusting my aim after laying on the trigger. And also, burst firing is kind of out of the question thanks to the poor damage rating. When I did use the P90, I found my favorite setup to be the hollow sight with the laser sight and the flash suppressor. There aren't many choices for PDW attachments, so any will do you fine, just stay away from the zoom scopes. I'm giving the P90 a 3 out of 5 stars.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for the P90. Overall, it has earned 3 out of 5 stars.
In addition to the P90, we're also reviewing the MP443 sidearm.
The MP443, as a secondary weapon, is available for all classes. The stock version is available to you immediately. The MP443 Tact is unlocked at level 13 or after earning 170,000 overall points. And the MP443 Suppressed is unlocked at level 28 or after earning 670,000 overall points.
A little weapon info on the MP443. The nation of origin is Russia. The magazine capacity is 17 rounds plus one in the chamber. The fire rate is 460 rounds per minute, but is limited to the speed of your trigger finger. The fire type is semi-auto only. The reload time is a fast 1.35 seconds with a bullet chambered and 1.6 seconds when the magazine is completely empty. And the MP443 does 25 hit points of damage at 12 meters and trails down to a minimum of 13.75 hit points of damage per bullet out to 50 meters.
Taking all different variations of this pistol into account, the MP443 to me is the best semi-auto pistol in the game. With an uncharacteristically high overall magazine capacity of 18 rounds and good damage stats, the only thing I can say bad about this pistol is that there's no full auto option. If you don't feel like using a high recoil but highly effective close range machine pistol like the G18, then the MP443 is what you need to be using. There are 3 versions for you to choose, one with suppressor, the other with a tac light, and just running it naked. Personally, I prefer the pistol with the tactical light. As I said before, if I'm going to be running just a pistol, I don't have a problem using the power of the sun to help me give a slight edge in my firefights. The downside to that is that if you're trying to get a good flank on the enemy team with your pistol out, you can easily be spotted as you're making your moves. That's easily fixed by hitting up on the D-pad to turn the light off though, and I found myself doing that often so that I could get in behind the enemy inconspicuously, or go for long range kills without giving them an easier target to hit, and without losing power from the suppressor. I'm going to give the MP443 a 5 out of 5. It's an awesome sidearm. It has great knockdown power, can get you long range kills without too much hassle, and the extra large magazine capacity will allow you to fight off multiple enemies at once if the situation calls for it, or allow for a couple of misses and still get the kill if your aim really isn't that spectacular. To me, it's the best semi-auto pistol in the game.
The MP443 is my kind of pistol. Like I've said before, I like a pistol that I could pull out in a hurry after my primary runs dry to finish off an enemy. The MP443 boasts a relatively large magazine and a fire rate that is only limited by my trigger finger. This is perfect for the scenario I mentioned before. Often enough, I make a fast switch to my pistol and just blindly spam bullets towards my opponent. And it works well. Now, I know that won't always work, but I'm not one to rely on a pistol as a primary. For my playstyle, the pistol is a secondary, and while the MP443 doesn't have the knockdown power of the revolvers or the M1911, it can send bullets downrange more rapidly, and that's what I prefer. When I'm running the MP443, I like to use the TAC version, and pulling it out at the right time can give me an advantage over my unsuspecting enemy. I'm giving the MP443 a 4 out of 5 stars.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap up yet another shustybang Battlefield 3 weapon review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Overall, the MP443 has earned a 4.5 out of 5 stars.
As always, we're interested to know what you guys think of the two weapons in this review, so go ahead and leave us a comment in the section below. Also, if you're interested to see a playlist of all of our prior weapon reviews, check out the description. There'll be a link that'll take you right to the playlist. In our next weapon review, we'll be reviewing a gun from the Assault class. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Hey guys, check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/fakethriller and twitter.com/snoof603.